Has Kelly Ripa had enough of her 9 to 5? While laughing with Kelly and Mark, the famous TV personality said how interrupts her and husband Mark Canwell's summer plans just 1 week after she sought Oprah Winfrey's opinion on whether to end her 25-year daytime talk program. Over the weekend, Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa go to the beach. Ripa made her remark at the outset of the July 21st broadcast of Live with Kelly and Mark, when the married couple told the audience about their weekend activities. Consuelos informed the crowd, "We had a nice weekend." Ripa talked about having 2 consecutive days of sunshine on Long Island. She sarcastically said, "I didn't know what to make of it," alluding to the common belief among New Yorkers that it rains nonstop on weekends and is pleasant during the week. Thinking back on their time at the beach, Ripa and Consuelos recalled that they and their wonderful dog Lena went for walks at sunset. It would be great if Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos could visit the beach more frequently. We never visit the beach, which is why it's so funny. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just one of many wonderful pals I've made on our trip to the beach. I said, "Enjoy your vacation," but you ignored me. Despite the fact that it was merely a day at the beach, Ripa went into detail about how her weekend in Long Island gave the impression that she and Consuelos were on vacation together. Consuelos should do that more frequently, Ripa advised them, after she admitted it was lovely. "Is there anything stopping us?" It seemed like nothing was stopping them as Consuelos questioned rhetorically, even though Ripa was against it. Before diving into this week's weather prediction, Riverdale actor Ripa joked, "Well, this job holds us back a lot." This subtle jab comes less than a week after Ripa asked Winfrey on her Let's Talk Off-Camera podcast if she should retire from daytime talk show stardom. "I'm requesting a friend because I've been at the talk show for 25 years now." In what ways did you sense that you needed to withdraw? For a moment, she thought of nothing. Ripa shouldn't give up just yet, Winfrey told her. "My advice would be to stay put since you and Mark have found and are maintaining a successful groove." "Do not do it," Winfrey said. "The impact you've had, the following you've grown, and the community you've forged, inside the studio and beyond, is more significant and vital than anything else, therefore I wouldn't recommend it." That's the burning topic on fans' minds following the longtime TV host revealing comment on the popular daytime talk program and her public request for guidance from Oprah Winfrey over whether to quit, which occurred less than a week ago. On Monday, July 21st episode of Live, Ripa joked that she and her co-host Mark Consuelos don't get to spend enough time on the beach because her hectic job gets in the way. In the midst of a lighthearted conversation, she opened up about her job, her schedule, and her hopes for the future after more than 20 years in the industry. Ripa and Consuelos smiled at the studio audience and started their typical teasing at the beginning of the show. This week, we're going over the highlights of a Long Island getaway that was unexpectedly sunny. Having 2 days of sunshine in a row was an unusual occurrence, particularly during this rainy and unpredictable summer in New York, as Ripa beamingly commented. She made a joke about how she didn't understand it, which is a common emotion among New Yorkers who are used to rainy weekends followed by sunny weeks. The happy couple recounted how they and their dog Lena made the most of the unusually pleasant weather by going for beach strolls at sunset. In addition to providing a much-needed break from their regular schedule, Ripa had a profound epiphany during their weekend getaway that would have far-reaching consequences. She laughed and said, "We never go to the beach." This was her way of admitting that she and Consuelos rarely make time to appreciate the magnificent coastal areas that are close by. Even just the little journey had piqued the interest of many, including actor Jeffrey D. Morgan, who had assumed they were on a vacation. "Enjoy your vacation," he sent Ripa in a direct message, she recounted, laughing since it was essentially a beach day. Still, something about that peaceful moment stuck with me. Looking up at her rape-amused hubby on air. There ought to be more instances of that. Instinctively, Consuelos would interject with a rhetorical inquiry. "Why aren't we able to do this?" The reply from Ripa,